Namaste and peace, everybody. Thanks for being here this morning. Thanks for spending time together. Where two or more are gathered, the I am is there, and our energy, our radiance is shared between us and increases all of our spirituality and drives us deeper together inside our individual selves. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking and subscribing and all that stuff. So, a lot of nature in the world these past few weeks. We've heard all sorts of nature stories, the atmospheric river over California, the 500 inches of snow in Tahoe, the earthquake in Turkey, the cyclone in Africa, snowstorm right out here. Nature is always with us, always around us. One of the things that Christianity taught is that humanity is above nature. We are to be the stewards or have dominion over, according to the Genesis stories, ignoring the truth that we are actually already animals. We are nature itself. And though in our society we've grown apart from nature, we are still nature itself. And so it's natural for us to be nature mystics. So what is a nature mystic? A nature mystic is a person who feels the energy of the divine when they're outside, or when they're next to a puppy or a plant, or by the ocean, or up in the mountains, or in the high plains of the Midwest United States, or in the savannas of Africa, anywhere in the world that you're outside. If you feel peace, excluding tornadoes and hurricanes and avalanches and all those powerful things that nature can do. If it's a beautiful day or even just a rainy or a snowy day and you're outside and you feel the energy of the earth, of Gaia, of nature, of the connectedness of all things, if you feel this peace, if you see the beauty reflected all around you, if you feel this calmness, you're probably a nature mystic. I know that when I go outside, and one of the reasons I live on the edge of the wilderness is so that when I do go outside, there is an overwhelming presence of the spirituality of nature itself, pervading everything around me, making it easier for me to be in a state of calm, in a state of peace, in a state of relationship, in a state of So how can nature add to your spiritual life? It's very simple. It's very, very simple. Just go outside. Just stare at a leaf. I heard this thing the other day. If you go into a wooded area, to a forest or a park, and you take an oak leaf and you stare at this oak leaf and you see its structure and its beauty and its individuality, and then you take another leaf and you see the similarities and the differences, and then you know that there are 250,000 oak leaves on every mature tree on average, and you multiply that out. There is so much beauty all around us all the time. So much beauty all around us. But we pass by it and don't see it very often. Just take a moment next time you step outside, take a breath, feel your feet on the earth, be a little quiet, let it absorb into you. If it absorbs into you, if you feel the energy coming from the plants, if you feel the energy coming from the stones, if they're speaking and crying out to you, if you feel that energy inside yourself, you're likely a nature mystic. You know, I used to be a church pastor, but where I felt my cathedral actually was and is outside. When I'm outside is where I find the divine more easily accessed than anywhere else on earth except inside myself. I think the same is true for most people. I think that's why people go to the beach. I think that's why they go up to the mountains. They go to the rivers. They go to the Great Plains. They go to the deserts. They go to the tropical places because we want to immerse ourselves in these natural places of beauty and to feed off of them. We feed off of them not only with our doesn't that air smell great? Look at that beautiful sunset. We feed off of them and their beauty, but we feed off of their energy because we are the energy of nature, because we are nature itself. All right, that's enough of that chit chat. We can get a long meditation in this morning. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 8:30 a.m. I'm going to say hi to folk over here. Vicky, hey Kate. Yeah, there was 3 feet of snow over there in Harrisville. It's been a snowy day up here in New England the last 24 hours. So as you're doing your meditation, we begin with 3 ohms to set into our physical bodies to feel the vibration in our heart and in our throats and drive the vibration up into our whole heads. Feel that. And then we go into breaths. I have my 3 fingers up, but I didn't mean that. We go into just breathing, following our chant. If you have a prayer chant, if you have a mantra, and you want to ride it on your breath down into your belly and back up through your nose. And just every time your mind wanders, just come back to your prayer, come back to your mantra, come back to your chant. If you've been practicing with me for a while, especially if you've been going on Tuesdays to our Kriya group, follow the practice where you're at with your practice. If you're somewhere in between, today, perhaps into your third eye, down your spine, feel your subtle spine to your coccyx, the bottom bone on the bottom of your spine, and back up again. And when your mind wanders, return to your chant. But mostly, listen to your breath and feel your breath in your throat. Feel your breath as it inflates your belly. Pay attention to your physical body, but don't grasp your body. The whole purpose of all of this, as always, is to step aside, to stop the monkey mind from running its stories over and over and over again. See how this is the crazy signal, right? Oh, that person's Looney Tunes. The mind, the stories that we tell ourselves over and over and over again run like loops inside our heads, even when we're not aware of them. And they tell us what and who we are, and they separate us from the stillness, the silence that is inside us, that is our original selves, that is connected to the divine presence. The more I step aside, the more nature exists inside of me. The true nature of myself is the radiant energy of my original self, of my divine self. The more I step aside with my egoic mind, the more I become non attached to myself, the more the presence of the divine lives inside of me, the more the radiance impacts my life all around me. All right, I don't want to keep chatting here. I want to jump into my meditation. All right, so here we go. Thanks for joining me and spending time with me. Us. Appreciate it. I put on a mask to damp down the lights because they're pretty bright. I don't have to fight against those. Feet flat on the floor, hands on my lap, spine erect. Pull my mic in a little closer. Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining together the nature mystic of your heart with the nature mystic of all of our hearts together. See you Sunday. Peace and love, everyone. You're welcome, Robert. We share this space together. Thanks for liking and subscribing.